Picture this. A lake so deep and quiet it feels like it is keeping secrets from time itself. Fog drapes over the surface like a blanket, and the soft sound of waves suddenly breaks with something strange, something big, heavy, moving down below. Some say it's just the wind, others say it's her. For centuries, Loch Ness, out in the cold Scottish Highlands, has been home to one of the world's most famous legends, a monster that challenges logic, science, and fear itself. A creature rising from the depths, leaving behind only ripples, blurry photos, and questions no one can really answer. Maybe it's all just a shared illusion, a story passed down for generations. Or maybe there is something hiding down there, watching, waiting for the right moment to rise again. Locals say when the lake stirs for no reason, it means Nessie's waking up. To really understand the legend of the Loch Ness Monster, we have to go way back in time, long before cameras, newspapers, or even modern tourism. The first stories about a strange creature in Scotland's waters date back more than 1,500 years, found in ancient records from monks who lived in the Highlands. They spoke of a water beast that attacked fishermen and vanished into the depths, leaving behind only bubbles and swirling water on the surface. Loch Ness isn't just any lake. It is one of the biggest and deepest in Britain, nearly 40 kilometers long and over 200 meters deep in some places. The water is cold, murky, and almost pitch black, the perfect place to hide, well, anything. Its unique geography and the constant foggy weather create the perfect setting for legends to be born. As the centuries passed, the myth evolved. Shepherds, travelers, and locals claimed to see a massive shadow gliding beneath the waves. By the 20th century, when the world was obsessed with mysterious tales and the idea of prehistoric monsters surviving through time, the name Nessie became known across the globe. In 1933, a new road was built along the edge of the lake, and with it came tourists, photographers, and thrill seekers. That's when the first so-called evidence started showing up. Shaky photos, strange footprints, and eyewitnesses who swore they saw something real. It was everything people wanted to believe, that something truly lived there. But could a massive creature really have survived, hidden in an isolated lake for thousands of years? Or is it all just the perfect mix of myth, fear, and imagination? What's certain is that Loch Ness stopped being just a dot on the map and became one of the greatest mysteries in modern history. And the more people try to prove the monster doesn't exist, the more it seems to find its way back to the surface. The story of the Loch Ness Monster is wrapped in mystery, with accounts spanning centuries. Some say Nessie isn't just an ordinary water creature, but a survivor from a prehistoric era, a giant reptile that somehow escaped extinction. Others believe it's something supernatural, a presence that protects the lake and its surroundings. Descriptions vary, but many witnesses describe a long body, a serpentine neck, and a small head that emerges above the surface for just a few seconds, long enough to vanish back into the depths. There are reports of enormous fins cutting through the water, leaving mysterious ripples that appear for no reason at all. In the 20th century, the phenomenon grabbed global attention. In 1933, a road was built along the lake's edge, and reports started piling up. Locals and tourists claimed to see something strange moving in the water. Photos began appearing, some clear, some blurry, showing mysterious silhouettes that many swore were the monster itself. The most famous, known as the surgeon's photo, seemed to show a long neck emerging from the lake, but it was later revealed as a hoax. Still, the legend had already gained unstoppable momentum. Over the decades, various scientific expeditions tried to solve the mystery. Submarines, sonar, diving teams, and even modern drones were used to scour every corner of the lake. In 1970, a British expedition with advanced equipment detected large, fast movements beneath the water, but no creature was ever captured or clearly filmed. Every attempt to explain what was there only added to the suspense. Fear and curiosity go hand in hand. Fishermen recall nights when the lake stirs with no wind, as if something enormous moves beneath the surface. Some claim to have heard strange sounds, deep breathing or heavy thuds in the water. The braver testimonies tell of close encounters, with the creature staring before disappearing at supernatural speed. And it's not just ordinary people who have reported the phenomenon. Scientists, photographers, and even military personnel have admitted to witnessing something unexplainable in the lake. Every story adds another layer to the legend, making it impossible to separate fact from imagination. It's as if the lake guards its secret tightly, revealing only fragments to those who dare to face its dark surface. The most intriguing part: even with all this technology, Nessie keeps disappearing whenever we try to capture or photograph it clearly. Every time someone thinks they have definitive proof, the lake gives back only water, waves, and shadows. Each disappearance, each failed scientific attempt, fuels the myth and quickens the heartbeat of anyone listening. It is this mix of impossibility and mystery that makes Loch Ness one of the most fascinating places on the planet. There's something about the unknown, something that defies logic, that keeps thousands of people coming back year after year, hoping for even the briefest glimpse of a creature that eludes all explanation. Despite decades of attempts to capture or photograph it, the Loch Ness Monster continues to defy science and imagination. The most striking accounts can make even the biggest skeptics shiver. In 1934, the famous Surgeon S photo captured an image of a long neck emerging from the water. Although it was later revealed as a hoax, the photo became an icon of the mystery and inspired millions to believe in Nessie. But there are eyewitness reports that have never been debunked. In 1938, a woman named Sandy Gray reported that, while walking along the lake's edge, she saw a massive shadow moving slowly beneath the water. She described a huge body, with a neck arching above the surface before disappearing. Years later, divers would find inexplicable whirlpools exactly in that area. In the 1970s and 80s, scientific expeditions recorded unexplainable signs. Sonar equipment detected large objects moving rapidly, sometimes at speeds no known animal could reach. Some divers reported waves appearing out of nowhere, as if something enormous had broken the lake's silence, vanishing before they could get close. The most unsettling are the contemporary reports. Tourists claim to see huge shadows moving beneath the water, especially on cloudy or foggy days. Fishermen speak of close encounters, torn nets, disappearing fish, and sudden movements that seem to come from a conscious creature. One witness said, "It was like it was watching me. Then it just disappeared. No sound, no breath, just the lake returning to normal as if nothing had happened." Loch Ness, by its very nature, adds to the suspense. Its dark, murky waters, depths reaching over 200 meters, sudden whirlpools, and constant fog create the perfect stage for unexplainable encounters. It's almost as if the lake itself is a guardian, hiding the monster from curious eyes, revealing it only in fragments. And then comes the big question that no one can answer. Are all these witnesses mistaken? Or is there really something massive, prehistoric? Maybe a surviving reptile inhabiting these waters for centuries. Scientists and experts remain divided. Some suggest illusions, waves, or submerged logs. Others admit that something beyond our understanding could be lurking in the depths. What keeps the legend alive is doubt itself. Every witness, every blurry photo, every strange sonar reading reinforces that the Loch Ness Monster isn't just a story. It's a question that refuses to be answered. And maybe that's the true fascination. Looking at the lake and feeling that at any moment, something could emerge from the shadows, proving that not everything we know about the world is real, and that the oldest mysteries still hold power over us. Nessie remains there, alive in the collective imagination, elusive and untouchable. And every new visit, every new gaze into the dark waters, keeps the hope alive of witnessing the inexplicable. In the end, the Loch Ness Monster remains more than just a legend. It's a symbol of the unknown, of things that defy logic and make us question the world around us. Nessie doesn't need to appear for her presence to be felt. Every unexpected ripple, every shadow moving beneath the surface, every account that defies scientific explanation reminds us that some things are beyond human control. Loch Ness reminds us that the world is full of mysteries, waiting for someone curious to look beyond the surface. Perhaps what makes these stories so fascinating isn't just the possibility of a prehistoric monster existing, but the feeling that something bigger than us is out there watching silently, reminding us of the vastness and the unknown that still awaits exploration. So next time you gaze at a deep lake or hear a story that challenges reality, Ask yourself, what if it's true? What if what you can't see is just waiting for the right moment to reveal itself? If this story intrigued you, and you want to keep exploring the greatest mysteries and legends in the world, don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you won't miss any secrets still waiting to be uncovered. The unknown is closer than you think, and we'll keep investigating it together.